Hey everybody, this is Craig from 9V Games, and today I'm actually going to be doing a review for my FC3. Now that I actually have games for all three systems, I feel like I can do a proper review. So, as I'm doing the review for the system itself, I'm also going to be doing a review for some of the games, and the games I'm going to do a review for is Guerilla War, which actually comes at a great time because if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you can go on, you can download this game for free, which actually kind of pisses me off, which means I didn't have to buy this, but I love it, so it's okay. I'm doing Chakan or Chakan, the Forever Man for Sega, which I believe is severely underrepresented, and Sega should bring this back. Definitely bring this back. It was a hard game. It could definitely stand up against Ninja Gaiden. And then I'll also be doing Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. The review is probably not going to be that long for Zelda because it's a great game, and there's only so many times I can say that this is a great game. But all right, let's get this underway here. Let me set up my little pit. All right, so first off, we're going to be doing Guerilla War, or maybe not. Are you kidding me? All right, I know the dude told me don't blow in the games, but I didn't take it apart yet. Come on, man. Just work. Kinda works. Kinda doesn't. Here, I'll put it up just so you can see the struggle in this. No? Come on, man. The game itself is it's pretty old, and I can see that the pins are pretty corroded, so you worked last time. Right in the eyes, always in the eyes. Can't go anywhere else, just the eyes. Come on, man. Okay, so Guerilla War. I personally, like I said in my last video, I remember this being one of the first games I ever beat. Now, I believe that this game is best played with 2 players, so I'm going to attempt to try and play it with 1 player, but you play through a Guerilla War, like this little awesome desert setting. You got bombs, you got machine guns, you can pick up other weapons on the way. This game was insane back in the day. But this could be hella fun playing with a bunch of people looking at rockets. I accidentally killed an innocent person. I believe you're given 9 lives, but yeah, you're supposed to save innocent people, not this guy. I don't do that. You can destroy their bunkers. You basically just do this. Yeah, I know I suck at the game. I haven't played it in I don't know, 20 years, but yeah, not a good representation. That's alright. You can continue. I would definitely tank. That's one of my favorite parts that I remember, is the tank. But alright, give me this. That's what happens when you save guys. Which I don't like doing that much. But this game's a classic. I'm actually really glad that they've released this on PlayStation Network, which I did download. Like I said, if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you do get it for free. Look at all these upgrades. They try and rebuild their fort as you blow it up. You need explosives. You can't blow anything up without them. But I remember just playing the crap out of this when I was a kid. It's really hard to review a game while you're playing it. But the game is fun. It's actually hard as hell. It's hard as hell with 1 person. So definitely, if you get it, try and get a friend to play it with you. I would suggest the game for any classic collector, especially an SNK aficionado. It definitely harks back to being like a top-down Metal Slug. So if you like Metal Slug, you're gonna like this game. that's about it. I think it's a great game. I think you should check it out. I think that if you have PlayStation Plus, you're not going to lose out on anything except for a tiny bit of memory from downloading it. But definitely check the game out. Cool. What's the next one we're on to here? I'm going to go right into the Forever Man. The Forever Man was hard as hell when I was a kid. Hard as hell right now. For some reason when I was a kid I did so much better at these games. But it works. Forever Man's kind of an obscure game. So I'm pretty impressed that it works. Yeah. This was such a classic back in the day. I should have went on the other side so it actually looks like I'm looking at the game. I really am. I'm playing it on my computer right now, but I am playing it through the FC3. You basically have to go through and you have to take over certain realms, because what happened is this guy gave up his soul to become immortal and he just wants to die. But these levels are hard as hell and I'm not even capturing it. Are you kidding me? Let me try that. Thank you. This is the Forever Man. You can do 8-way directional hitting, which was phenomenal at the time. I already did a remake plea for this, by the way. So you enter one of these gates, and what you're going to do is you're going to go in. You're going to try and defeat the boss, and when you defeat all the bosses, you become immortal again. Everything in this game is hard as hell. You get very limited life. When you die, that's it. I believe you end up getting 4 weapons. Axe, a scythe. You got your swords here. Just die, will you? Alright, screw this. I'll just take the hits, because it's a pain in the ass. You have a limited time in each level. Such a pain in the ass in this game. I don't know how I had patience when I was younger. Get away from me. Tricking mofo. I do like that this game utilized double jump. I don't know how long these things take to die. Everything's just ridiculous. Double jump is wicked touchy in this game. It actually has nothing to do with the system. It's the game. It needs to be perfect timing. Everything. Jumping the platforms need to be perfect timing. Hitting enemies. It's the worst level. I should not have picked this one. Yep, and that's the game. You'll experience that a lot. This game is hard as hell. You just continuously die over and over. It's an awesome test of patience. This is why games like this are exactly why I say nowadays, kids need to go back and play these games. I would actually like to see this game being remade on PlayStation Network. I don't think I'd like a 3D one. I'd like a side-scroller. But I'd like to have this game maybe update a little bit with a skill tree. Would be pretty awesome. Something like that, you know. Along the lines of like a Castlevania. You know what I mean? But, so Chakan, the Forever Man. Chakan, whatever. Alright, now we'll do Zelda, Link to the Past. I just got this game in the mail. Yeah. Now, some people will go ahead and they're going to argue with me that this is the best Zelda of all time. I probably could say that. Here, I'll start one just for this. I could probably say that this is the best Zelda of all time if I had spent as much time with it as I did with Ocarina, but I didn't spend as much time with it. I do have friends that do swear by this game though, and I don't really have to tell you much about the story because it's a Zelda game. What are you trying to do? You're trying to save Zelda. There's only 2 games that you don't really save Zelda, 3 games that you don't save Zelda, so. But this was a classic, and it was a huge jump because this was, you know, you had 1 which was your big overworld and a giant guessing game unless you had some kind of like map from Nintendo Power or blah blah blah. And obviously part 2 was mostly an overworld with side scroller when you got into towns. But this one took the cake. This one was more, I'd say this one's more of an RPG than any of the other Zeldas. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know I didn't. It's okay. Didn't grab the candle, whatever. Thank you. The lantern. Yeah, I really haven't. I haven't spent that much time with this game. I played it a lot when I was younger. I have a friend, actually, his name's Ryan. He played through this game with a vertical hold off on the TV one time when we were hungover, and he was just plowing through it, and he could not see anything. So that's how dedicated some people are to this entry in the series. Actually, that was pretty bad. They were probably really baked at the time too. But this one was an epic scale one. This one had the this one really instilled the Zelda story on you. I wasn't paying attention, that's why I was walking in the wall. I do remember the beginning bits of this game like the back of my hand. I think that's probably, this is exactly why, like you'll see that stop in the little text saying Zelda's, you know, in a dungeon and you get to, douche. Douche, you can do it. This one was definitely what really started the story in the Zelda, the whole Zelda universe. The only thing I don't like about it is that Link has pink hair, and I don't give a crap anybody says he shouldn't have pink hair. Yeah, I forgot to review. I'm not saving this game, so I don't really care. Oh wow. Computer's going bananas. I'm playing it through the Pinnacle, and I don't recommend Pinnacle for anybody. Everybody should just use EasyCap. The software that comes with it, because this is atrocious. Just skipping over everything, that's fine. That's fine. Come on, die. That's what I just did in the other games, just let it happen. But yeah. Zelda Link to the Past is a great game. The fact that you can still get it for $10 is pretty amazing. That's how much I actually paid for mine. And let's stop this so my computer doesn't flip the fuck out. You can get it really cheap. It's a great game. You should go back and play it, especially if you like the other Zeldas. It's definitely worth your time and it's worth your money. And playing it on the FC3 is actually... Shut up. Playing it on the FC3 is actually pretty decent because... Because if you're like me and you're not a hardcore collector with... I mean, I don't have hundreds of Nintendo... I mean, I got double digits of Nintendo games, but the other systems I don't. And I believe that the FC3 will pretty much be a better choice than getting the other systems by themselves. If you're not that hardcore into collecting, you don't have the room. Like, I'm pretty full up here. I mean, my PS3 isn't even down here. But, yeah. I think it's worth it if you're just going to play a few select titles and you're not going to make this a complete hobby of collecting older games. So as for buying the FC3, I believe the controller works well for all 3 of the systems. The FC3 itself is pretty convenient. It's got the switches down here. It's not hard to operate, regardless of what you may think from the first video. And most of the games that I have, even some of the obscure ones, the emulation seems to work very well with it. If you're going back and playing Nintendo cartridges, I would definitely suggest cleaning them out properly. But you won't have the problems that you had with a regular Nintendo. You don't need to slap the sides. You don't need to blow into it. You don't need to go up and down 100 times. But definitely, if I was to give it out of our 5-star rating system, I would give the FC3 5 stars, because I haven't run into any problems with the system itself, just some of the games that I bought. As for the controller, I'm going to rate the controller separately. There is the Retron 3 that you can get. It's just like the FC3. It's from the same company. You can plug in the actual legacy controllers, so that one would get the edge. But for this controller, I believe it works pretty well. The D-pad's kind of floppy, which sucks for fighting games. I found out that it sucks for Street Fighter Tournament Edition. But as for all the old regular games like RPGs and stuff, you don't really need to worry about the D-pad that much. Maybe if you're playing like Secret of Mana or something like an action RPG. Other than that, I think it's great. The controller only sucks for this game that I have, the Chakan, because you need to have everything so precise with movement. But other than that, the controller definitely gets 4 out of 5 stars. Just because it actually feels really it's rigid or ribbed or whatever, so it feels comfortable in your hand. And as for the games that I just showed you, Zelda obviously gets a 5 out of 5 stars because it's Zelda and it's one of the greatest. Chakan the Forever Man gets a 4 out of 5. Would have got a perfect score if it wasn't so fucking cheap. And Guerilla War, for me, gets a 5 out of 5 stars just because it's a fun multiplayer game, which I know I didn't show you much of because I don't have another player to play it with. I'll definitely give it a 5 out of 5 stars, and if you have PlayStation Network, go on and grab it, and we can play multiplayer online if you'd like. So, thank you guys for watching. I know didn't have a lot of content in it while I was playing, but it's really hard to play a game and talk about it at the same time, especially if you're a real gamer. Not like IGN, where you're just, oh, what's this? What's this? Oh, what's this Mario game? I fucking hate that company. Alright, so, thank you guys for watching, and check back. I'll try and work on this talking while playing thing, but thank you guys for watching.